Ryan Garcia think it's all a game. He talked about Errol Spence and he kept talking about him. He even brought Errol Spence's girl into the picture. He think it's a game. And in this video, we gonna talk about Errol Spence pulling up on Ryan Garcia in the city. Before we do that, make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook on it. Ryan Garcia been on the whole rampage out here. I mean, Ryan think this shit is really a game. He's trolled everybody from Clarissa Shields to David Benavidez, but he was really on Errol Spence's helmet. First, he came out and let the whole world know just how high Errol Spence was in his last fight against Terrence Bud Crawford. And then he trolled him and trolled him some more. And then Ryan Garcia brought Errol Spence's woman in the picture. He said, yeah, that's why your woman in my DMs and I've been talking to your woman behind the scenes. Now, don't nobody believe that. But when it gets that far, now it's more than trolling because now Ryan Garcia is being disrespectful. Now, Ryan claims that this is all due to Errol Spence doing Derek James, his former coach, and now the coach of Ryan Garcia. He said he did my coach dirty. You know, he owed him a lot of money and he refused to pay him. Now, I never got into that whole story like that because that's between Errol Spence and Derek James, and I don't know what agreement they had. They going to court to get this situation settled, and that's just what it is, you know. I think that Ryan, he should have stayed out of it, but Ryan is looking for big fights, and Errol Spence is a huge fight in Dallas. So Ryan claiming that he's getting payback for Derek James, he started calling out Errol Spence for a fight. Ryan even went as far to tell everybody that the fight was confirmed for August. Now, Errol Spence, he said he was a clown and he wasn't nothing but a tune-up. But Ryan Garcia continued to troll Errol Spence, getting very disrespectful and making shit real personal. And it's already a storyline behind the fight because Ryan is saying this is Derek James' revenge. He's going to get revenge for Derek James and all the years that he had to put up with Errol Spence, who turned out to be ungrateful and effed him over in the end. Now, these ain't my words. These are the words of Ryan Garcia. And you can clearly see it's a huge storyline to this fight if it were to take place. But we're talking about street-ish. We're talking about Errol Spence or his people running up on Ryan Garcia in the streets, because this is what I'm hearing from a lot of people. But with all this trolling that Ryan Garcia has done, seemingly trying to make a fight with Errol Spence, he's gone too far. And like I said, he's got personal, because when you bring somebody's family, somebody's wife and kids into the situation, now it's more than boxing. And when it comes to talking about making a fight between Errol Spence and Ryan Garcia, all of these crazy fans, I don't know where they coming from, they all telling you that Ryan Garcia knocks Errol Spence the F out. Now, it's crazy to me because situations like this shows you that boxing fans are really not boxing fans no more today. It's just a whole bunch of casuals that took casual to a whole nother level of boxing. I mean, you got all these casuals out here saying that Ryan Garcia moves up to 154 or 160 and stops Errol Spence. He'll beat the shit out of Errol Spence. You see what Terrence Crawford did? And these casual ass fans don't even have sense enough to realize that Ryan Garcia ain't Terrence Crawford. Because Terrence Crawford did something don't mean that Ryan Garcia can do it, because he's nowhere near the level of fighter of Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, I like Ryan Garcia. I think he's a very talented fighter. But to think that he can move up to 154 or 160 and stop Errol Spence, it's just outrageous, and it just shows where the sport of boxing is going today in regards to the fans. You really can't even have a real boxing conversation with these boxing fans no more. They just super duper casual and don't know shit about boxing. I remember back when Roger Mayweather said, "You don't know shit about boxing." Well, today in 2024, hey, Roger, that really came true because these fans really don't know shit about boxing and everything is a popularity contest. So now, because Ryan is very, very popular, all of a sudden, they think Ryan is Superman. They think Ryan will whoop Errol Spence or he can give Terrence Crawford a run for his money. I mean, these fans is outrageous now. But anyway, to the main topic. I'm hearing a lot of people say that Ryan Garcia, he got to be in the city of Dallas, right? He lives in Dallas just like Errol Spence. And a lot of people saying that Ryan is no longer going to be safe in the Dallas streets. Now, we know right now Ryan is traveling the world. Ryan is in the Bahamas. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere, right? So he's not necessarily in Dallas right now. But I've been hearing a lot of people talk about when Ryan is in Dallas, his next training camp or whenever he got to come back home, he ain't going to be safe. It's either Errol Spence that's going to catch him because EJ know where to find him at. Of course, if he trained at Derrick James's gym, EJ can pull up. It could be some smoke, right? Or if he's just out somewhere in the streets, people know how to find Ryan Garcia in Dallas, and it's going to be a problem. It's either going to be a problem with Errol Spence or it's going to be a problem with people that Errol Spence hang around because they don't take disrespect lightly. Hear a lot of people saying this. But to keep it real on this whole situation, Ryan ain't got shit to worry about. I know of a lot of the cats that Errol Spence used to be around, and Ryan Garcia definitely ain't in them areas. And as far as Errol Spence, man, EJ ain't thinking about that shit that Ryan was talking about. Yeah, he might have got pissed off initially, but EJ look at Ryan Garcia as a clown. So he like, man, I'm not even paying attention to this clown because I know if I approached him, he gonna have a whole type of different energy. If EJ approaches Ryan on some real shit, Ryan is gonna start laughing like, oh man, you know I was just trolling you, EJ. You know, man, I just want to make money. We just want to set up a fight. We can make millions and millions of dollars. He'll start talking like that. It ain't gonna be no real issue. And I don't think Errol Spence at the stage that he is in his life right now, he's not going to risk his livelihood, right? Get locked up, beating up Ryan or doing something bad to Ryan in the streets. You know, man, EJ, he got too many great things going for him, got too much money to even be worried about shit like that. But when it comes to Errol Spence and Ryan Garcia fighting, I'm on record on several occasions saying this is a fight that EJ needs. He needs this fight because he gonna make a ton of money. He can go out there and knock out Ryan Garcia. I don't give a damn what y'all casuals think. EJ will beat the shit out of Ryan Garcia. And you know, man, they'll probably have 80, 90,000 fans in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Why wouldn't you take this fight? Now, we know the fight wouldn't happen anytime soon because, you know, we got to see what plays out with Ryan Garcia and the drug test and all of that, right? The B sample and then if he gets suspended or not. So we got to let all that play out. But, man, this is a big fight for boxing. And a lot of people believe in Ryan Garcia. A lot of people believe that Ryan Garcia will knock out EJ just like he did Devin Haney. Make it happen. But as far as, you know, EJ or some of his people pulling up on Ryan in the streets, I don't see none of that happen. Anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.